So there's primary markets, secondary, and tertiary markets. And the question is, how much money do you have to invest, right? So this person that we're going to partner with has like a bazillion dollars. So for us, like if the numbers work, they're okay with doing like kind of a bigger deal or whatever. You know, if you don't have a bazillion dollars, then you should not be focusing on the Austin area, right? You should be like in like super tertiary markets, like, I don't know, Abilene, Texas, or like, you know, some small, you know, small towns or something like this. Like we own our facilities in Georgia. The towns range, the population ranges from, I would say like 300 to 50,000. So we have one facility in a town of 300. And now there's some other towns in the area, you know, so there's like a whole bunch of towns, like in a 10-mile radius, there's like, you know, maybe a couple thousand people or something like that. And people are like, you're crazy. Why would you buy something in a small area like that? Guess what? It's full. And we got it for like we got it for almost nothing, right? The owner's husband died, and they just want to get rid of it. They didn't want it anymore. So when you buy something that's so like such a very like small price, and that thing is we're probably gonna make like 200 grand on that thing. And we literally we haven't even been to that facility in like at least a year. So like, what's the big deal? That's true passive income. And I always tell my students, like, if you live in Austin, don't buy something in Austin. Buy something like 2, 3, 4 hours away, 6 hours away in another state, because you have to make that passive income, right? You have to make those passive income. It's true passive income. Because what happens is, like, we have one facility that's like right around the corner from us right here in the North Georgia Mountains. And my husband's always going to that damn thing. He's like, oh, I'm going to stop by the facility and just check on it and go to the, you know, our storage unit or whatever. He's always there. And it's just like, that's such a bad habit, right? Buy something a long way away, and then that way you have to make it true passive income. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Ask me some questions. Stacy, how do you go about finding private lenders that are willing to help? Okay. So you have to like get over the fear of asking people for money, right? That's it. It's only a fear. It's only fear. Because the truth of the matter is, I can guarantee you that you know people that have money, yet you have not asked them whether or not they'd be interested in like partnering with you on something, right? So I went to the doctor to get my annual. I think I told the story last week. I'm not sure. I got my annual last week, got a checkup, right? And I've never even met this doctor before, right? Because like every time you get in like health insurance, like you have to get a new doctor nowadays, man. What happened to the days when you had like, I grew up, I had the same doctor for like 20 years. Now you just don't have that anymore, right? So anyways, I went to this new doctor, and she was like, I said, what do you do? And I said, yeah, we invest in self-storage. She's like, self-storage? She's like, oh, we want to do that too. She's like, always wanted to buy a self-storage. I was like, well, do you have any money? She's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you can always, you know, just lend it to me if you want. We got into the conversation. She's like, I never even thought of that before. She's a doctor that has a lot of money and has no time to do anything, right? So you just have to get over the fear and just ask for it, right? You know, just plant the seed. Plant the seed. That's number one. Plant the seed. Number two, all right, is you have to also understand creative deal structuring. Creative deal structuring means that you can get the owner to be the bank, or you can take over the mortgage, right? And you can do a subject to, or you could do a lease option. If you don't have any money to buy any facilities, I have one student where the owner was just like, look, can you just start making payments on my mortgage for me on a storage facility, So that happens not only on the residential side. You hear creative deal structuring and subject tos and lease options and owner financing. You can do that for any property. It's called a master lease in the commercial residential world. It's called master lease. So learn about master leases, all right, and how to do master leases on commercial properties. All right. Let's see what else for private lending. Also, another thing for private lending, my question to you is, are you posting out what you're doing to find your properties or run your facilities? Are you posting out on social media everything that you do? Y'all follow me. Y'all know everything I do because I post everything out. right? And guess what? That builds credibility. Credibility, okay? So when you're posting out, what you're doing is you're planting a seed, right? I got many people that joined the program and they've been following me for years. And then they finally signed up for Storage Nerds. I planted the seed like years ago and they're finally starting. I had somebody that emailed me yesterday and was like, hey, he's like, I'm finally ready. You know, I've known this guy for years. Okay. So you need to plant the seed. Plant the seed. And the way that you plant the seed is by posting out. I post out, if y'all follow me, y'all know, I post out hashtag driving for storage. That's my hashtag. I called it. It's mine, right? And you can go to my YouTube page, and there is a playlist called hashtag driving for storage. And you can go to my Facebook page. There's a playlist hashtag driving for storage. I'm just anytime that I'm driving around looking at storage facilities or I find some storage facility, whether or not I buy it, I'm taking videos of it and I'm putting it out on the world to let them know that this is what I do. I drive for storage. I'm taking pictures of myself. I'm walking around on the facilities and doing videos, whether or not I buy it or not, or even own the facility. Like we were in Maine. I went driving for storage because we were just on vacation. I was like, let's go driving for storage one day. And so we started driving for storage, just checking it out. And then I was walking around the facilities. I was just doing the videos. I never showed like the name of the storage facility or anything like that. It's just like some random, go look on my YouTube page and y'all can see what I do to get examples of like what you can do as well too. But essentially my point is that you've got to start building credibility. The only way you're ever going to find lenders to lend to you is if you have credibility, right? So that is one thing that you can do. So you have to learn creative deal structuring. Let's write this down so y'all can have it. Private money lenders, right? Creative deal structuring. Number 2 is planting the seed, right? So building credibility by posting what you do. Okay, what was the other one that I said? Let's see, building credibility. Oh, asking. Just ask. Just ask somebody if they have money. You got to just get over that fear and say, hey, like, I'm just wondering if you have any money. You know, ask your chiropractor, you know, ask your dentist, ask your doctor, you know, somebody like this, and just see what they say. I mean, they're just gonna be like shocked. But what happens is they plant the seed. It plants the seed. Okay.